And welcome to Hawk Gym. Tonight it is Tuesday night basketball between Canyon Lake and San Antonio Christian on the Hawks Network. I'm Brain Freeman. Glad to have you with us in this non-district matchup. The scoring for the Hawks starts with Adrian Duke, the sophomore. His Canyon Lake basketball team is coming off of a busy week. They played 3 games in 4 days last week, going 1-2. That one win was a victory over Hondo last Tuesday on the road, 70-58. Canyon Lake's most recent game was a loss at Comfort this past Thursday. The Hawks now back to this Tuesday-Friday schedule that they're going to face throughout 28-4A play as they play their final 2 non-district games of the season this week. A 3 from the top short for the Hawks. Here come the Lions. After tonight, Canyon Lake will wrap up non-district play at Blanco on Friday, and they'll play their 28-4A opener next Tuesday against Boerne. Tonight, the Hawks are playing for their first win of the new year and their first win at home since December the 1st. First foul of the game called against Canyon Lake. They get it against Elijah Johnson. And at the free throw line here for the Lions is Eli Prince, the junior. Top scorer on this San Antonio Christian basketball team. The first of 2 foul shots off target for Pritz, who does a great job of getting to the free throw line. More than 50 free throw attempts this season. That represents 33% of the team's total. And one more coming up for Pritz, and splits the pair. Let's talk more about this Lions basketball team. They've managed to play 14 games this season despite having 6 others canceled due to the pandemic. The Lions actually make that 15 games. The record is 11-4 this season. They opened the season on an 8-game winning streak. 4 of those wins coming by 20 points or more. This team at times has been dominant this season as the Hawks turn it over. The competition, though, got a little bit tougher after those first 8 games as the Lions dropped 4 out of their next 5, but they've since bounced back, winning 2 straight, including a win over Castle Hills last night, 52-38. So tonight, San Antonio Christian playing the second game of a back-to-back and looking for its 3rd win in a row. And San Antonio Christian has been a good road team this year. Their record 5-2 on the road. The Hawks here at home flip that record to 2-5. Shot rattles out for Pritz. And the foul on the rebound called against San Antonio Christian. Should note 2 big players for the Hawks not playing tonight. Their top scorer, Colton Winters, not available, and their top rebounder, Matt Taliaferro, also not available tonight, as the Lions force a turnover. San Antonio Christian looking for his first basket of the game. Good block shot, though, from Peyton McMullen. For Canyon Lake, the 7th leading shot blocker in program history. Good defensive play. Lions, though, inbounding, trailing early. Inside, there's a bucket from Mark Iman. Boy, what a player he is, the junior, the 2nd leading scorer for San Antonio Christian. As that shot won't go for the Lions, but chasing down the rebound is Mason Cyrus. That's a 3. That's off target from James Galloway. More on Mark Iman, team's 2nd leading scorer, as Mikey Carrizales scores for Canyon Lake. Leads the team in rebounds per game, assists per game, in block shots, and in steals, having quite the season. The Hawks, though, a chance here for a 3-point play. Each team making massive substitutions, a big exchange of bodies for both the Lions and the Hawks here. Last foul called against Eli Pritz, his first. And here's Carrizales looking to complete the 3-point play. Again, where will the scoring load for the Hawks come from tonight with their top scorer, Colton Winters, out? Winters is averaging just south of 20 points a game. Nobody else averaging double figures for Canyon Lake. So somebody's going to have to step up here tonight A foul in the backcourt is whistled against Tyler Pauley. That's the team's second, Pauley's first. And you look, and Winters, again, averaging right around 20 points a game, more than a third of the team's total. The Hawks this year are averaging about 58 a game as a team, on pace to becoming the highest scoring team in program history. The problem is the Hawks are also giving up a lot of points as a tie-up is called, and the basketball will go back to Canyon Lake. The Hawks are surrendering more than 70 points a game. The previous record for most points given up per game was set in 2014. That Hawk team gave up a little more than 61. They reversed the call, by the way. The possession arrow was in the Lions' favor, so they keep it off the tie-up, but a missed shot. A fight for the rebound. Ty Sellers trying to get it for Canyon Lake. Another tie-up is called, and this time the ball will go back to the Hawks. Again, the Hawks dropped 2 of 3 last week. The record of the year, 3-10. And trying to avoid the second straight loss here tonight, coming off a loss against Comfort on Thursday. Foul against San Antonio Christian. Whistled for their third foul of the half. And the Hawks will inbound. Good ball movement here from the Hawks. McMullen a 3. And up with the rebound is Devin Donald, the sophomore for San Antonio Christian. One of his 2 underclassmen on this team. As the Lions turn it over, but a carrying call against Canyon Lake, and the Hawks give it right back. Turnovers have been a bit of an issue for the Lions this season. They're averaging about 15 turnovers a game. In fact, 5 of their players have committed 20 turnovers or more through their first 15 games this season. Nearly halfway through the opening quarter, low scoring so far. Here come the Lions in transition, breaking the press, and that shot goes, and a foul for Devin Donald, his first basket tonight. Solid scorer and rebounder, and a reserve role off the bench for San Antonio Christian this season. And a chance here for a 3-point play for Donald. And completes it. Lions ahead 6-5. Big late non-district season test here for Canyon Lake as that 3 is in for Mikey Carrizales. He scored 6 of the Hawks' 8 points so far. Again, the Hawks will play the 28-40 opener a week from tonight against a very good Bernie team. This will serve as a good test ahead of that. McMullen off in the 3. Rebound vacuumed in by Dean Umstead. Here come the Lions, trailing by 2. Kind of an awkward-looking shot there from Will McGilvery. And the Lions will keep it as, again, both teams make mass substitutions. It looks like 5 off and 5 on for both. Some decent depth for San Antonio Christian out of TAPS 3-6A. Reigning district champions of that district. And have yet to play district game this season, just like Canyon Lake. 8-6 early going. Hawks on top. Into the lane, the floater. That'll tie the game for Mark Iman, his second basket. First team All-State in TAPS as a sophomore a year ago. Knotted up about 5 minutes into the game. Here's Duke. Gets it back at the top, puts up a 3. He knew it was off. The Hawks just a 23% average from beyond the arc this season, although they did make a program record 14 threes in their last home win back on December the 1st against Lano. Three minutes left, first quarter, tied at 8. Competitive first quarter so far. Good drive into the lane for Mason Cyrus, the junior, with his first bucket. He's one of 3 Lions that have started all 14 games this season. It really gets things going with this offense. No San Antonio Christian player has more assists this season than Cyrus does, with more than 40. But that time scoring his own basket. And it is a 10-8 Lions lead here in the opening quarter. Three-pointer, one go for Tough Cantu, who shoots almost exclusively from beyond the arc. Here come the Lions trying to build upon a 2-point lead. Nice no-look pass there from Iman. Shot those off from Pritz. And Canyon Lake will get it back. Cantu, getting back to Canyon Lake Sr., could be a player the Hawks turn to for scoring tonight. Again, playing without Colton Winters, and Cantu is the second leading scorer this season behind Winters. Easy steal and finish there for James Galloway for San Antonio Christian. And the Lions force another turnover. A lot of physical play underneath. Foul is called against Peyton McMullen. Team foul number 4. Fouling against McMullen is his first. Hawks, again, with a lot of good ball pressure, but the Lions better offense as Iman lays it in on a good pass from Noah Cyrus. And this is an 8-0 Lions run. Iman the steal on the behind-the-back pass to his teammate Cyrus. Another battle for the basketball. Cyrus has the ball slip out of its hands, but right to Galloway. Lions in transition, score again. San Antonio Christian, a well-oiled machine right now as Noah Cyrus lays it in. A 10-0 run leads to a timeout from head coach Lucas Chapman. We mentioned it again. The Hawks playing without Colton Winters tonight. You look at what he's done this season. A lot of highlight reel plays for Winters, who is now the 15th leading scorer in program history. He is 65 points shy of hitting 300 career points. At Canyon Lake, he scored 20 or more 5 times this season. It is already 7th on the all-time list for three-pointers in a single season, making more than 40 this year. Big part of the lineup not in tonight for Canyon Lake. And there is a familiar face on the bench across the way. We'll talk more about that later. 16-8. Lions in the midst of a 10-0 run. Hawks coming out of the timeout, trying to stop the bleeding. Here's Pauly. Got trapped, works it out to Sellers. That's a 3. Ty Sellers hits the Hawks' second 3 of the quarter. Good play for the Hawks out of the timeout. Approaching the final minute of the first. Iman having issues against Canyon Lake's defense. Lions bring the ball into the half court. Iman dishes it inside to Galloway on the alley-oop, lays it in. A couple of buckets for Galloway here in the first quarter. The Lions' third leading scorer this season. Out to 7 points, San Antonio Christian lead. Pauly, a wild shot, and draws a foul. Team foul called against San Antonio Christian. Second, though, against Eli Pritz. And at the free throw line, Tyler Pauly for Canyon Lake. Went through all the accolades that Winters has accomplished for the Hawks. Pauly is also climbing up a few lists. He's tied for 11th in team history in career steals. 5 assists shy of passing Rico Griffin for second on the all-time list in program history in that category. had a team record 11 assists in that win over Lotto last month. And scores his first point of the game on that free throw. Lions on top by 6, and then a turnover from San Antonio Christian. Ball off the hands of Devin Donald, and Kenyon Lake gets it back. Final 30 seconds, opening quarter. 6 points, San Antonio Christian lead a Lions team playing for his third win in a row and second win in as many nights. They just played last night, beating Castle Hills back at home. Here's Pauly going baseline. Got caught in traffic. Tough shot defended well by Iman. Final seconds tick away. A three, the buzzer. Good if it goes. It doesn't, and we go to the second. An 18-12 lead over Kenyon Lake. Quarter 2 coming up on the Hawks Network.
At QVC, we know shopping because we're shoppers too.
We know sometimes you want to treat others. And sometimes
You just want to treat yourself.
We know it's the little things that make a house a home.
And we know what it's like to budget. It's why we started Easy Pay, so you can enjoy what you want now and pay over time with 0% interest.
we created QVC for shoppers like us. And like you. QVC, by shoppers, for shoppers.
Stats for today's game are brought to you by the Hilltop Resporter. You can read all about Kenyon Lake High School sports by going to hilltopnewspaper.com, where sports is a passion, not just a job. We go to the second quarter. San Antonio Christian on top 18-12. Lions were led by Mark Iman, who scored 6 points in the first quarter. The Hawks were led by Mikey Carrizales, who scored 6 for Kenyon Lake. Again, the Hawks tonight playing without their top scorer, Colton Winters, and their top rebounder, the tallest player on the team, and Matt Taliaferro. So the Hawks again in a tough spot before the game started, playing without those two. And trailing by 6 as we start the second after Kenyon Lake turnover. Lions trying to build upon this 18-12 lead. Open shot from the corner. Corner three is short for Noah Cyrus, who is the Lions' top three-point threat. 44% from deep. He's made more than 30 from beyond the arc this year. That three for the Hawks won't go. Carrizales off that time. Hit a three for Kenyon Lake back in the first quarter. Ball last touched by Kenyon Lake. San Antonio Christian gets it back. This is a very good private school program, San Antonio Christian, coming off a 21-win season a year ago. As the banker goes for Donald, he has 5. They've reached the playoffs in each of the last 9 seasons, although San Antonio Christian hasn't been past the second round since 2017, suffering a loss in their playoff opener in each of the last 3 seasons. Go further back, and 16 years ago, the Lions were state finalists. Closest they've been since then was 2012, reaching the state semifinals then. Timeout taken, a 30-second timeout taken by Coach John Valenzuela. His 10th season at San Antonio Christian. And again, a familiar face for him. One of his assistants is Tony Brubaker. Also serves as a head coach for the JV team at San Antonio Christian. And at times, a part of the announcing team here on the Hawks Network and some of our sister networks as well. Early moments, second quarter, and a 20-12 San Antonio Christian lead. Of course, in year 9 at Kenyon Lake is Lucas Chapman. He's been at Kenyon Lake High School for more than a decade now, was an assistant for 3 years prior to becoming the head coach. guided this program to a 15-win campaign last year, tied for the second most in team history. The program record for wins of the season, 16. Also happening under Coach Chapman's watch 4 years ago. Looks like a player for San Antonio Christian being looked at right now at the end of the bench. Reason for the long stoppage. It's Mason Cyrus, the junior, they're looking at right now. So we resume play. But there's a wet spot on the floor. They have to dry that up. And the head coach himself, Lucas Chapman, flips the towel out to one of the officials. Wet spot cleaned up. So a lengthy delay between a timeout called by San Antonio Christian. A player that got nicked up, Mason Cyrus, in a wet spot. We finally resume play. The Lions had a good look at a basket, but Donald missed the layup. But then Canyon Lake turns it back over anyway. A 20-12 lead for the Lions and the basketball. Looking for the largest lead tonight. Good ball movement here from San Antonio Christian, leading to an open three. That's in.
At QVC, we know shopping because we're shoppers too.
We know sometimes you want to treat others. And sometimes you just want to treat yourself.
We know it's the little things that make a house a home.
And we know what it's like to budget. It's why we started Easy Pay, so you can enjoy what you want now and pay over time with 0% interest.
We created QVC for shoppers like us. And like you. QVC by shoppers.
And we apologize for some of the technical difficulties back here on the Hawks Network. 2 minutes gone by in the second. San Antonio Christian a 23-12 lead. There was a big 10-0 run for the Lions back in the first quarter that catapulted them into the advantage, into the lead. They haven't surrendered it since then. Pauly inbounds to Sellers at three, blocked by Iman. Loose ball saved, though, by Canyon Lake. Here's Duke. His jump pass, and it leads to a tie-up between Elijah Johnson and Noah Cyrus, and the Lions will get it back. Or no, it stays with Canyon Lake, I beg your pardon. So the Hawks keeping possession. Again, a team trying to find its way offensively, playing without their top scorer, Colton Winters, tonight. And trailing by 11. Good movement here from Canyon Lake. McMullen a miss, but right there to clean it up is Sean Pendleton with his first basket. A couple of football players for Canyon Lake's football program, led by head coach Charlie Drum. Off the Lions turnover, Hawks get it back. Here's McMullen. Gets it back, puts it up, can't connect. And Cyrus has the rebound for San Antonio Christian, on top by 9. In the corner, three-pointer blocked by McMullen, his second tonight. And San Antonio Christian will keep it. Again, the Hawks coming off a loss against Comfort last Thursday. Their record 3-10. And with 28-40 play looming as well. Very top-heavy district. Headlined by Fredericksburg and Bernie. The Hawks will open district play against Bernie's. Iman on the feed, puts it in. He has 8. Boy, the ball movement here from San Antonio Christian has looked awfully impressive. They're averaging more than 14 assists per game. And 66% of all their made field goals have come off of assists this season. Remarkable number for head coach John Valenzuela's Lions team. 25-14. Hyman into the corner, spotting up for three and putting it down. James Galloway's got 7. The 33% shooter from deep, and then Galloway the steal. Shot blocked by Cantu. Hyman there to clean it up. And he is now in double figures with 10. A player that missed 3 games this season but has started in the other 12. Off the Hawks miss. Lions attack in transition on top by 16, but a turnover. Easy steal for Tough Cantu. Good hesitation, but can't lay it in. Was able to get Hyman up off the floor and into the air. Good head fake, but then couldn't finish. Past the halfway point of the second. Another McMullen block at a 3-point shot of the corner. Here's Carrizales the other way. Has to wait for help. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in the half. Missed 3 from Carrizales, who scored 6 in the first quarter for Canyon Lake. 30-14. San Antonio Christian on top, 16-point lead, their largest tonight. Hyman off from the 3. McMullen the rebound for Canyon Lake. But work to do, trailing by 16 and without their top scorer and rebounder tonight. And here's Hyman working on a 10-point Tuesday. A do-it-all player for this Lions basketball team. Hawks off the miss. Good ball movement again. Carrizales off on the 3, though. And Galloway has the board for San Antonio Christian. Again, what a start for the Lions this year. They opened the season 8-0. Then hit a bit of a dry spell, losing 4 of the next 5 as Hyman dishes it inside to Dean Umstead. But the Lions have since bounced back. They've won 2 straight and 1 just last night, looking for 3 in a row as they inch closer towards the start of their district schedule. Reigning TAPS District 3 6A champions from a year ago. 18-point lead, and off a Hawks turnover. Hyman the other way. The drop step and the finish with the left hand. Hyman has a dozen. Timeout taken here by Canyon Lake. What a play here from Hyman. The drop step, the finish. And a 34-14 San Antonio Christian lead. So Hawks head coach Lucas Chapman talking it over with his team. Again, the opposing coach to him, John Valenzuela, in his 10th season at San Antonio Christian. Was previously the head coach at San Antonio Madison for 9 years. Also coached at St. Mary's Hall and at Smithson Valley, not too far from Canyon Lake High School. And Coach Valenzuela is closing in on 700 wins as a high school head coach. And he has been around some big basketball figures. A number of years ago, attended a coaching camp at Kansas and really learned a lot from Roy Williams, the longtime Jayhawks head coach now in North Carolina, as Elijah Johnson scores for Canyon Lake and has adopted a lot of Roy Williams' philosophies within his own programs along the way, along his career. As Hyman off the miss puts it in. 14 now for Mark Hyman. And Coach Valenzuela also very close to David Robinson, NBA Hall of Famer, of course made his career in San Antonio. Free throws coming up here for Canyon Lake. With San Antonio Christian on top by 20, they led by 6 at the end of 1. And here's Elijah Johnson, the sophomore. First free throw attempts of the night. First one spins out. Last foul called against Luke Gerling. His first, team's fifth. Empty trip for Johnson. Lions a basketball at a 20-point lead. The man with the basketball has been the man of the hour tonight. Mark Hyman, 14 points. There's a steal from Johnson. Looking to attack to the way and does, but Hyman there for the block. Pauly can't put it back in. And the tie-up for the basketball results in a foul called against the Lions. Or no, it's against Canyon Lake. They get it against Adrian Duke, his second, team sixth. Final 30 seconds of the first half. Here's Hyman. Off the double team, got rid of it and throws it away. Sellers a steal for Canyon Lake. The other way, dishes it inside to Pauly and goes off the glass for his first field goal. Final 10 seconds now of the quarter. And again, the Hawks' pressure defense leads to another Lions miscue. So the Hawks a chance for a little bit of momentum going into the locker rooms. Into Pauly, 5 seconds to go. He's got to hurry. Pauly puts it up, can't hit. And we head to the locker rooms as well. Your score at the end of 2, San Antonio Christian doubling up Canyon Lake. It's 36-18 Lions at the half on the Hawks Network.
At QVC, we know shopping because we're shoppers too.
We know sometimes you want to treat others. And sometimes you just want to treat yourself.
We know it's the little things that make a house a home.
And we know what it's like to budget. It's why we started Easy Pay, so you can enjoy what you want now and pay over time with 0% interest.
We created QVC for shoppers like us. And like you. QVC, by shoppers, for shoppers.
Texas isn't just big, it's wild, with all kinds of creatures, cuddly ones, prickly ones. All these animals need protecting, and there's one team that's always there to make sure they stay safe. Lone Star Law, Sunday at 9 on Animal Planet.
Watch Animal Planet, GVTC, Channel 552.
Every Thursday night, Access TV presents a groundbreaking new series, The Song. Hear the incredible stories behind some of the biggest hits ever recorded.
Really life-changing.
Legendary musicians.
This is the coolest thing. This is so fresh.
Tell their stories.
Kind of the door to get into the song.
And play their music. The Song, Thursdays on Access TV.
Jonathan and Drew face off in a Hollywood home build-off, and the competition,
I smell fear,
never stops building. It's lights, camera, renovation. An all-new Brother vs. Brother, Wednesday night at 9 on HGTV.
Watch HGTV, GVTC, Channel 578.
Barnwood Builders is all new and bringing out their Sunday best.
We didn't get dressed up for nothing.
Every old barn unlocks new stories.
This is the initial of his great-great-grandfather.
History can't save itself, but they can.
To save it, it feels good right here.
An all-new Barnwood Builders, Sunday night at 9, only on DIY Network.
Watch DIY GVTC Channel 126.
The basket is the great equalizer.
Never even seen this before.
Curveball.
Nobody would eat this.
To be the best or consider the best, you have to win against the best.
I've been preparing for it my whole life.
Who's the best chef in the room? We're going to witness greatness.
All new, Chopped, Tuesday night at 9 on Food Network.
Watch Food Network, GVTC Channel 563.
Flavor Town Market, where chefs courageously battle in games such as 5 ingredients or less, Frozen Food Feud, and the Food Wheel. All yearn to taste victory.
That's crazy.
But only one will be a champion in the aisles of Guy's Grocery Games. All new, Wednesday night at 9 on Food Network.
Watch Food Network, GVTC Channel 563.
This one is called the Vigor MX-5 300 ZX.
Yes, Mikey, yes.
Sometimes you have to think outside the box.
I am going to be making my car up as I go along.
Doesn't get much cooler than this. I mean, seriously.
Wheeler Dealers. New episode every Wednesday at 9 on Motor Trend. Or stream every episode ad-free on the app.
At QVC, we know shopping because we're shoppers too.
We know sometimes you want to treat others. And sometimes you just want to treat yourself.
We know it's the little things that make a house a home.
And we know what it's like to budget. It's why we started Easy Pay, so you can enjoy what you want now and pay over time with 0% interest.
We created QVC for shoppers like us. And like you. QVC, by shoppers, for shoppers.
Texas isn't just big, it's wild. With all kinds of creatures. Cuddly ones, prickly ones, armored ones. All these animals need protecting. And there's one team that's always there to make sure they stay safe. Lone Star Law. Sunday at 9 on Animal Planet.
Watch Animal Planet, GVTC Channel 552.
Every Thursday night, Access TV presents a groundbreaking new series, The Song. Hear the incredible stories behind some of the biggest hits ever recorded.
Really life-changing.
Legendary musicians.
This is the coolest thing. This is so fresh.
Tell their stories.
Kind of the door to get into the song.
And play their music. The Song, Thursdays on Access TV.
Jonathan and Drew face off in a Hollywood home build-off, and the competition,
I smell fear,
never stops building. It's lights, camera, renovation. An all-new Brother vs. Brother, Wednesday night at 9 on HGTV.
Watch HGTV, GVTC Channel 578.
Barnwood Builders is all new and bringing out their Sunday best.
We didn't get dressed up for nothing.
Every old barn unlocks new stories.
This is the initial of his great-great-grandfather.
History can't save itself, but they can.
To save it, it feels good right here.
An all-new Barnwood Builders, Sunday night at 9, only on DIY Network.
Watch DIY GVTC Channel 126.
The basket is the great equalizer.
Never even seen this before.
Curveball.
Nobody would eat this.
To be the best or consider the best, you have to win against the best.
I've been preparing for it my whole life.
Who's the best chef in the room? We're going to witness greatness.
All new, Chopped, Tuesday night at 9 on Food Network.
Watch Food Network, GVTC, Channel 563.
Flavor Town Market, where chefs courageously battle in games such as 5 ingredients or less, Frozen Food Feud, and the Food Wheel. All yearn to taste victory.
That's crazy.
But only one will be a champion in the aisles of Guy's Grocery Games. All new, Wednesday night at 9 on Food Network.
Watch Food Network, GVTC, Channel 563.
This one is called the Vigor MX5 300 ZX.
Yes, Mikey, yes.
Sometimes you have to think outside the box.
I am going to be making my car up as I go along.
Doesn't get much cooler than this. I mean, seriously.
Wheeler Dealers, new episode every Wednesday at 9 on Motor Trend, or stream every episode ad-free on the app.
At QVC, we know shopping because we're shoppers too.
We know sometimes you want to treat others. And sometimes you just want to treat yourself.
We know it's the little things that make a house a home.
And we know what it's like to budget. It's why we started Easy Pay, so you can enjoy what you want now and pay over time with 0% interest.
We created QVC for shoppers like us. And like you. QVC, by shoppers, for shoppers.
Texas isn't just big, it's wild. With all kinds of creatures. Cuddly ones, prickly ones, armored ones. All these animals need protecting. And there's one team that's always there to make sure they stay safe. Lone Star Law. Sunday at 9 on Animal Planet.
Ready to start the second half here from Hawk Gym on the campus of Canyon Lake High School. San Antonio Christian a commanding 36-18 lead as we get ready to start the second half. But some really tough news. Mason Cyrus, the junior for San Antonio Christian, suffered a pretty significant lower leg injury and just left the building on crutches, so he's certainly done for the day, and we hope for a quick recovery for Cyrus for San Antonio Christian. Mason Cyrus is the younger brother of Noah Cyrus. They're a pair of brothers that play in this Lions basketball team. The others are Jacob and Isaac McCray. As the Lions start the third quarter by getting to the free throw line, Dean Umstead at 2 points back in the first half. Rattles in the first to put the Lions on top by 19. So Lions again playing without Mason Cyrus. The Hawks, of course, tonight playing without two key players themselves. Players, though, they didn't lose in-game. Players that weren't available coming into the game tonight. In Colton Winters and in Matt Taliaferro. Back out to a 20-point Lion lead. They led by as many as 20 in the first half. San Antonio Christian outscored Canyon Lake in that second quarter, 18-6. Ball out of bounds, and it will stay with San Antonio Christian. So again, Colton Winters not available tonight. The Hawks' top scorer this season, averaging around 20 points a game.
Action.
See the numbers there for him. Averages at 17 per game.
And
but he has scored
4,
20 or more
3,
5 times this year.
2.
Twice scoring 29. The single game record for Canyon Lake, by the way, is 35. That was set by Caleb Krieger back in 2012. Basketball stays with San Antonio Christian on top by 20. They've got a very good program record this season, 11-4. Coming off a 21-win campaign from a year ago. Reigning district champions from last year. Hawks won 15 games themselves a season ago and made a run in their districts. Hawks had a chance to make the playoffs going into the final game of the season as Elijah Johnson goes down for Canyon Lake. He hasn't gotten up. The Lions of the way get a bucket from Noah Cyrus, and Johnson is still down for Canyon Lake. And this has been a tough game for both teams from a physicality standpoint, with Mason Cyrus leaving with a lower leg injury, and now Elijah Johnson being looked at on the floor right now as well. So just inside of 7 minutes to go in the third. 40-18 is the Lions lead. Back with more high school basketball after this on the Hawks Network.
At QVC, we know shopping because we're shoppers too.
We know sometimes you want to treat others. And sometimes you just want to treat yourself.
We know it's the little things that make a house a home.
And we know what it's like to budget. It's why we started Easy Pay, so you can enjoy what you want now and pay over time with 0% interest.
We created QVC for shoppers like us. And like you. QVC, by shoppers, for shoppers.
And we're back after a tough fall for Elijah Johnson for Canyon Lake. Helped back to the Canyon Lake bench. Hawks down 40-18, early part of the third quarter. Talking about this before the Elijah Johnson injury, the Hawks in a very tough district last year stayed competitive, had a chance to make the playoffs going into the final game of the season, but lost their finale against Bandera. And that loss snapped a streak of 4 straight seasons going to the playoffs for Canyon Lake. Who ended the season a year ago with 3 straight losses. That 3-point loss to the Bulldogs and another loss coming in overtime. And the district looks to be stiff again this year. Jumper popped in for Eli Pritz, who's been pretty quiet tonight. For San Antonio Christian, their top scorer, points per game averaging more than 13. Just 3 points now in the night. You look back at the first half stats, by the way, and the Lions shot extremely well. 50% from the floor, 16 of 32, and good defense. They held Canyon Lake to 7 of 27 shooting, forcing 9 turnovers. 6 of those courtesy of line steals. 3-pointer wheels out for Noah Cyrus. Here comes Canyon Lake down 42-18. McMullen from the top. Off on the 3, and there for the rebound, Mark Iman, who had a fabulous first half for San Antonio Christian, leading all scorers with 14 points. Off the miss and near tip-in by Cyrus. San Antonio Christian also had the advantage in rebounding in the first half, 22-15. And brought up this number earlier. Great ball movement all year long for the Lions. 66% of their field goals have come off of assists coming into the game tonight. Well, tonight, of their 16 first half field goals, 10 came off of assists back in the first half. 3 minutes gone by in the third. And the Lions have opened up this third quarter on a 6-0 run. And a reaching foul called against San Antonio Christian. It's against Dean Umstead, his first, and the team's second. Getting back to the 28-4A district, it's really good again this year. Fredericksburg 11-1, Bernie 12-2. McMullen missing a 3 for Canyon Lake. In fact, the Billies just suffered their first loss of the season last week. They came against a 6A program in Judson. Good touch pass. Cyrus into Pritz. Had a chance for a 3-point play. And that'll send Eli Pritz back to the free throw line. Very efficient score as he misses the free throw. Pritz again getting to the foul line with regularity this season, shooting 52% from the floor. And that's a 3 for James Galloway, his second. He's up to 10 points. And Pritz, also a good outside shooter, hitting 38% from deep. Hawks either way, three-pointer the other way, good for Hunter Anderson. His first field goal, and the Hawks have their first points of the third. That ends an 11-0 Lion run to open the quarter. 47-21, Galloway again, this time short. Here comes Kenyon Lake. Pauly. Euro step, but the shot swatted away by Iman. Get his fingerprints all over this game tonight. Mark Iman, 14 points, a number of block shots. Good passing as well. Really impressive looking player, the junior, coming off an first-team All-State performance a year ago as a sophomore. Past the halfway point of the third. Lions well in command. 47-21 as the three is off for Cantu. Cantu, the Hawks' second leading scorer, has not scored tonight. And Kenyon Lake could have really used the pickup with Colton Winters not available tonight. Foul on McMullen will send Tyler Pauly to the free throw line, where he's 1 of 2 so far tonight. The Hawks are a 58% shooting team for the free throw line this season. In this building last month, December the 11th, a tough 1-point loss to Floresville. Free throw shooting may have cost the Hawks the game. They were 17 of 25 that night. Both free throws good for Pauly. He has 5. Lead down at 24 with 3.5 to go in the third. On top of Bernie and Fredericksburg playing well this season, Bandera's won a couple in a row. Bulldogs are now 7-6. Wimberley and Davenport, like Kenyon Lake, also have sub-500 records. That shot waved off for Eli Pritz. He's called for the offensive foul as Coach Valenzuela argues on his player's behalf. And a timeout called by Coach John Valenzuela. Well, we've gotten into the district schedule. Why not a look at the upcoming schedule for Kenyon Lake? Here's what's on the slate. Again, they'll wrap up non-district play against an old-time rival, the Blanco Panthers, on the road this Friday. And the Hawks will start 28-4A play a week from tonight in Bernie as they take on the Greyhounds. And their first 28-4A game at home against Bandera can be seen right here on the Hawks Network. And you see how 28-4A, the first round of it, rounds out at Davenport, at Wimberley, and a home game against Fredericksburg. There we look at the huddle for San Antonio Christian. Spoke about the career for John Valenzuela. Again, in year 10 at San Antonio Christian, coming up on 700 career wins. And also a very dedicated man to his faith. Continues to hold sermons on campus. And he and his wife have 6 adopted children. And he has led quite the life, spending a lot of it in the Alamo City. Stops at San Antonio Christian, presently, of course. San Antonio Madison as McMullen scores for Kenyon Lake. St. Mary's Hall and Smithson Valley. In transition, the Lions score, breaking the press. Tyler Jones has his first basket. The senior is a 2-time second-team All-District selection for San Antonio Christian. 49-25, Lions on top. Cantu looking for the basket, can't get it. This is a really good Lions offensive team. Iman can't hit the step back. Galloway, though, the rebound. Finds an open shooter. Three-pointer on target for Noah Cyrus. He has 10. Hawks the other way, get a 3. Back down to a 24-point San Antonio Christian lead. The important water mark the Lions were looking to get to, they've gotten to it, 50 points or more. They're at 52 tonight. McMullen the block, at least 3 of those tonight for Canyon Lake. When the Lions have put up 50 or more, they're undefeated this year, a perfect 10-0. They've scored 80 or more 3 times. As a team, they're averaging 60 points a game. So if they get to the per-game average, odds are you're not beating them. Turnover here against Canyon Lake. See the last basket for Tyler Jones underneath, or the block rather, by McMullen, who's been very active for Canyon Lake tonight. A bright spot in what's been an otherwise tough game for the Hawks. Contested jumper in the lane, well defended by the Hawks. And a whistle and a technical. Whistled against John Valenzuela. So 10th year head coach John Valenzuela just teed up for San Antonio Christian. Was looking for a call on that last trip down the floor as Devin Donald put up a shot. Very physical down there in the paint. Whistle didn't come, at least not until the technical was called against Coach Valenzuela. Pauly will shoot the technicals. Pauly now up to 6 points on the night. As Coach Valenzuela continues to argue on his behalf, Pauly good on both free throws. The Hawks offensively have played a lot better in this third quarter. 12 of the quarter so far for Canyon Lake, but not really getting many defensive stops. Reason why this 18-point lead is expanded out to 22. Final 90 seconds of the third. Open 3 from the corner. High arcing shot, splashes home for Pierce McCullough. And the lead is into the teens, 52-33. The Lions of basketball on a 19-point lead. Approaching the final minute of the third, and McCullough forces a turnover. On the steal, attacks, and will go to the free throw line. The foul whistled against Mark Iman. Iman has not scored in this third quarter for the Lions after putting up 14 first half points. And here's Pierce McCullough, who's come to life a little bit in the third. First free throw rattles in. And one more coming up for the senior. And splits the pair. Hawks are on the midst of a 6-0 run. The lead is back down to 18. Final 60 seconds of the third quarter. Hawks trying to claw back in it. Lions again trying to secure what would be their third win in a row and their second in as many nights. The runner too strong from Will McGilvery. Battle for the rebound and a foul whistled against the Lions. And that is the 16th foul against San Antonio Christian, or no, the 7th. So the 1-and-1 coming up now for Canyon Lake. Foul against Devin McDonald, his first. And the Hawks another chance to chip away the lead. It's Mikey Carrizales to the free throw line. And misses the front end. Missed opportunity there for Canyon Lake. Lead remains at 18. Carrizales gets the steal. All on the other end. Shot blocked by Iman. Great recovery on defense for San Antonio Christian. Long and lengthy defender makes a play and then goes to the drop step. His shot is blocked by McMullen. He's been really good defensively tonight. Pauly inside to McMullen. Fades. Can't connect. Final seconds now, the third. Here's Cyrus inside. No look pass. Layup though missed by Donald. Loose ball controlled by the Lions. Open three from the corner. No. And that will take us to the end of the third. 52-34 Lions on top of the end of three. Fourth quarter coming up on the Hawks Network.
Barnwood Builders is all new and bringing out their Sunday best.
We didn't get dressed up for nothing.
Every old barn unlocks new stories.
This is the initial of his great-great-grandfather.
History can't save itself, but they can.
To save it, it feels good right here.
An all-new Barnwood Builders, Sunday night at 9, only on DIY Network.
Watch DIY GVTC Channel 126.
This one is called the Vickers MX-5 300 ZX.
Yes, Mikey, yes.
Sometimes you have to think outside the box.
I am going to be making my car up as I go along.
Doesn't get much cooler than this. I mean, seriously.
Wheeler Dealers. New episode every Wednesday at 9 on Motor Trend. Or stream every episode ad-free on the app.
Fourth quarter with Canyon Lake trailing 52-34. The Hawks a little bit of a run to end the third. And within striking distance, but again down by 18, a lot of work to be done as the Lions make another defensive play. I believe Iman in on another block for the Lions as a foul is called against Adrian Duke for the Hawks. Top scorers in the game. Mark Iman is 14 for the Lions, although he did not score in the third quarter. One of three Lion players in double figures. James Galloway and Noah Cyrus each have 10. Hawks led by Tyler Pauly, who has 7. Just underway, fourth quarter. Iman a jump pass taken away by McCullough. And then the Hawks give it right back. On the lay-in, it spins out for Galloway. Iman cleans it up, can't stick it back in. Saves the rebound, though, into a teammate, Dean Umstead. So Iman talented, yes, and also showing a lot of hustle out there tonight for San Antonio Christian. 1 minute gone by in the fourth. Inside, and the bucket is there for Eli Pritz. Pritz has 7. First team All-District player last year as a sophomore, Eli Pritz. 6 of his 7 points scored here in the second half. Back out to a 20-point Lions lead. McCullough puts up a 3 and puts it in. Pierce McCullough has 7 points, all coming in the second half. Has now hit a pair of threes, and the lead is down to 17, 54-37. Good look at the 3 here from McCullough, taking Umstead off the dribble and knocks it home. Again, our next broadcast of Hawks basketball comes your way a week from Friday. Canyon Lake playing its first home game of 28-40 play as they take on the Bandera Bulldogs. Tip off at 6:15 here on the Hawks Network. Again, Canyon Lake has just one non-district game left after tonight that comes up on Friday as they take on the Blanco Panthers. Canyon Lake 3-10 this season coming into the game tonight. These Lions an impressive 11-4. A team that opened the year on an 8-game winning streak. Then hit a little bit of a rough patch, dropping 4-5, but a bounce back since then. They've won 2 straight. They just played last night. And fatigue does not appear to be a factor for San Antonio Christian. Each team has seen players get hobbled tonight. Mason Cyrus with a significant lower leg injury for San Antonio Christian. Elijah Johnson for Canyon Lake took a spill earlier as well. And of course the Hawks tonight are playing without Colton Winters and Matt Taliaferro. Easy lay-in for James Galloway, who has a dozen now for San Antonio Christian. Good play there for the Lions coming out of the timeout. Another three for Pierce McCullough. Rattles it in. McCullough has 10. And is hit 3 from deep. 16-point game with 6 minutes to go. Here's Umstead for the Lions. Inside of Galloway, and then a foul called against Canyon Lake. Against Sean Pendleton. And that is the team's 6th. Pendleton's first. So the Lions will inbound it, leading 56-40. Inside Iman, his first field goal of the second half. 16 now for Iman. 58-40 San Antonio Christian out of Taps District 3-6A. Pauly, good pass. McCullough's out the hot hand. And a whistle, 3-second call against Sean Pendleton. Looks back at the official. Didn't agree with the call. So the Hawks the turnover. And the Lions get it back on top by 18, trying to salt the game away. The Hawks have played fairly even with the Lions in the second half. The problem is the Lions were so dominant in the first half, especially in that second quarter. Three from the corner, short for Pritz. Rebound, stick back, won't go. But again, chasing it down is Donald. No look bounce pass by Iman into Pritz, but it's waved off. 3 seconds the other way against San Antonio Christian. You see that Iman behind the back, no look into Pritz. It was pretty, but didn't count. 3 minutes gone by the fourth at a 58-40 lead for the Lions in this non-district matchup. Open three from the corner. Won't go for Sellers. Here's Donald the other way for San Antonio Christian. Cyrus goes glass and scores. Cyrus has a dozen. Back out to a 20-point Lion lead, coming up at the halfway point of the fourth. There was a very small window for the Hawks to climb back into this game. That window, though, was rapidly closing, if not all the way shut. McCullough trying to keep that window open longer, but misfires on a three, and the Lions will get it back. Spoke about all the great offensive numbers that the Lions have put up this year, averaging about 60 points a game. Even more impressively, their defense just last night held Castle Hills to 38 points, the second fewest amount of points San Antonio Christian has surrendered this season. The Hawks sitting on 40 right now with 4 minutes and change left. Iman escapes a double team. Good ball movement here from San Antonio Christian. Shot from Galloway, blocked, put back Donald, no. But the ball saved by San Antonio Christian. Donald, good pass, but Umstead wasn't quite ready for it yet for San Antonio Christian as the Lions turn it back over. Again, after tonight, the Hawks have just one non-district test left. It's against Blanco on Friday. Here's McCullough off from the three. He's hit 3 of those tonight. Here come the Lions off the miss. Pass inside, deflected, pinballs back to Donald. There to clean all of that up, though, is Iman. 18 now for Mark Iman. Back out to a 22-point Lions lead. Pauly to the way, may have gotten away with his step. If he did, though, he made it count. High arcing layup off the glass, drops home for Pauly, who now has 9. And a timeout called for by ninth-year head coach Lucas Chapman. Again, stats for tonight's game are brought to you by the Hilltopper Sporter. You can read all about Kenya Lake High School sports by going to hilltopnewspaper.com, where sports is a passion and not just a job. Been teasing the start of 28-4A play for a while. The Hawks a year ago were 3-7 in districts. And again, just missed the postseason. They'll look to climb back into the playoffs this year as they start district play next week. Had made the playoffs 4 straight seasons before last year. A lot of stiff competition coming up. Fredericksburg, Bernie, Bandera, Wimberley, Davenport, all the weight on the Hawks' schedule in the coming weeks and months ahead. Inside, and the shot from Galloway waved off. 3-second call against San Antonio Christian. .20 game with 3 minutes to go. And barring a miraculous finish here from Kenya Lake, the Hawks will fall to 3-11, and the Lions will improve to 12-4. This would mark their 3rd straight win, and again, 2nd in as many days, just beating Castle Hill last night. Iman weaving through traffic, finds Galloway cutting inside. Teammates battling for the rebound, but it's the Hawks who last touch it. And Christian will keep it. Some good balanced scoring tonight here from San Antonio Christian as well. I am in the leader with 18, but both James Galloway and Noah Cyrus have a dozen. Eli Pritz with 7. Hawks led tonight by Tyler Parley's 9. Good defensive play there from Kenya Lake. Hawks trying to capitalize off of that play as the 3 is put up, and it's short from Carrizales, who was really good early, quiet since then. As that 3 for Pauly around the rim and drops through. 12 of the game for Pauly. Lead down to 17 with 2 minutes and change left. Good touch passing here from San Antonio Christian. The floater won't go for Donald, but will shoot a couple of free throws. Foul against Peyton McMullen. His 3rd, team 7th. And free throws coming up here for Devin Donald. The sophomore has 5 points so far tonight. Good road team this year. Again, San Antonio Christian 5-2 on the road this season. About to pick up their 6th win. As Coach Chapman looks on. Lions have shot well from the line tonight. As Sean Pendleton re-enters the game for Kenya Lake. Second for Donald. Short. And Pauly has the rebound. Under 2 minutes to go in an 18-point game. Shot from the corner. Carrizales off from the 3. And another rebound vacuumed in by Mark Iman, who's been a thorn to the Hawks side here tonight. Open shot from the corner. Good. Umstead buries a 3. He has 7. Been a spot starter at times this year for San Antonio Christian. Umstead playing his 11th game of the year. Has started now 3 games this year for San Antonio Christian. 21-point game. A little more than a minute left. Answer 3 is short from Anderson. More good ball movement here from the Lions, leading to an open 3. This one off target from Cyrus. Hawks again will look to rebound Fridays. They visit longtime rival, the Blanco Panthers. For so long, a district game. No longer the case, though. That'll be the Hawks' final non-district test of the season. Pauly a long three. Rebound right to Iman. Lions trying to build up their non-district resume as well before the start of TAP's District 3 6A play. Another impressive win notched under their belt here tonight as Galloway lays it in. He has 14 off of another assist from Iman. 23-point lead. Final seconds here from Hawk Gym. Good three from Adrian Duke. And it likely represents the final points of the night for either team. Iman up ahead of Galloway, and that will do it. San Antonio Christian dominant tonight, taking advantage of a Canyon Lake team playing without its top scorer and top rebounder with Colton Winters and Matt Taliaferro out of action tonight for Canyon Lake. As a result, the Lions take it 68-48 at Canyon Lake High School. Our final score tonight from Hawk Gym. On behalf of our entire Hawks Network crew, I'm Brain Freeman saying good night from Fisher, Texas.